This is Cadet Rob, and welcome to Cadet Rob's Movie Medals, Episode 6. And this one is going to be on General Jack Beringer from the movie Wargames in 1983. I really like this movie, it's a lot of fun. Um, so here we go. Here's General Beringer's ribbon rack. Took a little bit of doing to get this one together, especially his NORAD badge, his Crystal Mountain badge. That took a while to find a good example of that. So let's go ahead and check him out. All right, Barry Corbin was 43 in 1983, and there's no way you could have told my 1983 self that he was only 43. He definitely looks a lot older than he is. And that there's no way that a 43-year-old is a four-star general in the Air Force. So, and once I started looking at his awards, his medals. He had to be, because of the medals that he has, had to be around 59 years old, which would have put him as joining the Army Air Corps around 1941 at the age of 17. So he came up as an enlisted pilot, probably, and became an officer. Probably around 1942 or 1943 from the Flight Officer Act. And he has American Defense Medal, which is the only one way I could definitely determine that he had to have come in at that time, around 1941. So he's a four-star general, 42 years in the military. It's really strange that he doesn't have any Korean or Vietnam medals. I mean, it's possible he was a test pilot or stopped flying altogether. Went into the command track early. I mean, it's all possible. It's just weird. So it's almost 100% sure that he had to have been an enlisted pilot, and we know he's from Texas because the way he acts and sounds, and Barry Corbin himself is from Texas. So he would have trained in Texas and then flown in Africa, and then on to Europe afterwards. Would have been promoted to second lieutenant by the Flight Officer Act. He earned his Silver Star and his Distinguished Flying Cross in World War II. It was the only place he could have, considering he doesn't have any other medals. And then he must have earned his two bottom rows are all foreign medals, and so I'm not even going to cover those in this. But there is the French and Belgian Croix de Guerre that he must have earned in the European theater. If anybody out there wants to tell me what his six bottom awards are, if anybody knows, I would love to know what the rest of those are. I'm pretty sure I could figure out the Croix de Guerre, both the French and the Belgian ones. Alright, he has the Air Force Distinguished Service Medal, a Silver Star, the Legion of Merit, the Distinguished Flying Cross, and 11 Air Medals. Which, that's all seems well and good, considering the, being in World War II, probably both in Africa and in Europe, that he survived all that. He was never shot down because he doesn't have a Purple Heart. At least he was never wounded. And he doesn't have a POW medal, so he was never captured. So I'm assuming that he, never was wounded or shot down. He has a Presidential Unit Citation, the Air Force Outstanding Unit Citation, the American Defense Medal, which places his years of service, the American Campaign Medal, the African, European, Mideast Campaign Medal with 7 campaign stars, which that kind of tells me for sure that that's where he got the most of his, his combat time, Africa and Europe. And then the World War II Victory Medal, Army of Occupation Medal, 2 National Defense Service Stars, which that seems a little strange, because he earned those for the Korea and Vietnam periods, but he doesn't have any Korea and Vietnam medal. I'm pretty sure you don't have to go, you just have to serve during that time period. You don't have to actually serve in those, because I believe that like when you come out of basic training, if you're during one of those time periods where it's being awarded, you automatically get the National Defense Service right out of basic training. So it's understandable he has those, but it's weird that they didn't think to make his character, have some either Korea or Vietnam. I would have thought Korea, but okay. And then he has 8 Air Force Longevity Awards, which gives him his time in service. And then, as you can see, he should, I couldn't find in many of those other foreign awards decorations he has in the bottom. And so, yeah, we already talked about his American Defense Medal, which he had to have earned at the beginning of the war. But then you wonder, his Air Force Longevity doesn't seem to match up with that. Of course, I don't know when they started issuing those, because he was also in the Army Air Corps, so that may be why his time of service doesn't match up. And we already talked about his National Defense Service stars. I mean, I don't think it's wrong. I just think it's interesting. But other than that, his everything's in the right order. Nothing's out of order on his uniform, really. I am interested in those bottom 2 rows. So if anybody has any comments about that, please put those in the comments below. I'd love to know about his foreign awards, if they're even legit. So this has been Cadet Rob, and another great video. If you got any comments, please like, share, and put any corrections, comments, ideas for future shows in the doobly-doo below. I appreciate it.